Ребят, это эйс. Это две РБ до ульты.
Блять, он с гаста убил двоих, чат!
Вы просто не представляете, если бы я сейчас поставил на ликвид на первой карте, я бы уже себе как минимум волосы, ну, половину волос бы точно у меня не было бы на голове, я бы их просто вырвал бы нахуй с корнем. Ребят, что вы понимали, Энзо 50 лет. Примерно. Почему над с классиком? Две трапы и... ретейка у него. Сетап. Смотрите, они пятером Б встали. Коя. Кейка -1. Дает хаешку. Ямпи убивает Шейдос. Шадоу. Кейка убивает еще одного. Ямпи... Ого. Ебать, без шансов. Пятером просто на Б не были. Пятером. Смотрели демки. Мистик убивает Старкса, просто соутлоу. Еще одно. Ага. Ебать. Пока что выиграли Пистик и Аутлоу как бы в руках, это сильно. Если что, у Кама будет первый армор, скорее всего. Будет первый армор у Старкса. Первый армор будет у Шейдоса. А там два Аутлоу. Что будем делать? Будет второй армор покупать и Гардиан? Или что? Или пачку каким-то образом сможем поставить. Ямпи. Ямпи дают стан на мидл. И они пойдут распикать. Спасибо за рейд. Без шансов. Один первый армор. Шейдос с бульдогом со вторым. А у Старксо хватило, оказывается, денег. Мистик, Соутлоу. Ну его просто перестреляли, без шансов. Нац в стане. Пизда Нацу. Все, ребят, сказка закончилась. Пистолет плюс бонус. Дальше мы не сможем. Рубиньо убивает Ямпи. И похоже на флавлесс по раунде от команды Team Liquid. Так, Энзо. Позиции. Всем боятся. Старкс убивает Кейка и Энзо в позиции, чат. Всем боятся. Энзо побежал. Минус 5, минус 4, минус 3. Денег до хера. Кейка, авик. Энзо левой рукой мышку держит? Скорее всего, левой рукой он держит яйца. Так, Мистик. Ломает у нас ревильщик. Пытается он сломать трапу. Кейк умирает. 2-0 от Коя, короче. Ладно, смотрю в кэф.
I mean, they have the deep camera over 40 seconds, and Koi, they've been known to run the clock dry, but this time they can't afford it to happen. There is a tripwire that Stark so barely is able to avoid, but with the Prowler picking it through, he's able to subside it for now. It will be reproduced. I'm not quite sure if it did get shot down, but still, it's Shadow with the pick, and Koi with the
Shadow убивает Ямпи. И 3 в 5. Энзо. Идут на Мистика, ребят. Усиление команды Liquid.
No time though. Yeah, Paranoia expended 10 seconds. They've got to move in. All Team Liquid have to do is deny the spike plant from taking place.
Энзо зачекал.
Has been sorted. Paranoia in, and he's denied it.
Времени нету. Охуеть.
All that was required. Bullet to the face, and Team Liquid.
Все равно.
But for this one, he's not too happy, is he?
Команда Коя. Одна арба до Shadow. Ой, батя Мистика накоцали. Я, короче, залил на КФ3. На Коя на первой карте. На Коя залил на КФ3 на первой карте.
Deep camera though, so quite do have
5500.
quite a bit of information here towards B main at the very least.
Мы этот...
Forward.
Минус... Ямпи... О, Shadow минус двоих убивает.
Excuse me?
Showstopper.
Yeah. Kiko is definitely the person that has to do a lot. Stun coming through, but the showstopper coming
Ульта от
too late,
Кейка.
but they jump above it.
Ебать.
Camo
Ну его
is
разменивают.
dead, but Kiko
4
not
в
being
2.
able to see a thing, has to drop short after. Two
Энза.
versus four, though. Team Liquid
Энза, показывай.
is able to produce some madness. There's potential
Энза.
here, especially with
На
the
одного
flank in the
хватило.
making
В голову,
from Mystic,
кстати.
but no. This has put Mystic into the clutch. He does
Мистик
say he
1 в 3,
crossed the
40
top
хп.
one, and it hasn't quite been heard, but they do know he's in
Position, they know.
and they're looking in his direction. Mystic, oh, potential for a second there. It got right. He used to be the guy that.
Так, Ямпи у нас на миду, 3-3-3 у него счет. Ревельчик залетает. Ломается. Эко-раунд от команды Liquid. И смотрите, что за раунд будет от Коя. Они будут заходить на пустое А. Liquid не
He's got a
угадал.
little smirk on his face.
Смотрите, вся команда Liquid уже стянулась. Коя Шейдос убивает Натса в смог. Старкса еще одного убивает. Стан залетает, но его Shadow убивает, и все. 3-3. Похоже, я успел словить кэф. Ребятки мои, любимые. Но Хома, я гений ставок, забей.
Well,
Энза
another
опять со
Enzo
скаутом,
Lupia
ребята, это
flawless
пиздец
coming
вообще.
in
Нахуй он
here
ска...
for-
Блять, вы можете объяснить, нахуя чел скаут берет? Ну это ж пиздец
Now
вообще.
we've got
On that coaching cam, I think it'll be super entertaining to see what they've actually what they chat about. But still, it's very
Дэн,
aggressive here from
здорово.
Camo. He
Передай
comes out
брату
on top with a kill.
привет Артуру
Kiko is in
Хейзу.
one position, can't really get
Артур,
out,
привет.
but he's got Yampy for reinforcements, so that will keep him alive for a little bit longer.
Open на Энза, ребят.
The brakes. Don't fully engage anymore. They've got the numbers, they've got
На
everything.
респекте Энза двигается.
Hey, initial fast look, it draws a lot of
Вот это
attention
прицел, блядь.
over now.
Я
Team Liquid
понимаю.
fully rotated over towards
Смотрите,
A.
Team Liquid
That's
все.
Oh, Camo messes off the back of it again. Only damage to Yampy, not quite the finishing blow. And they drop back to no one is home. Rolling Thunder has to be used. They had no information who was at the back of the site, so it will be taken up. An important ultimate. I'm sure they'd love to have. There's a tripwire there to cover the ground.
Трапу сломали. Отстан выходит, двоих убивает. Все, короче, это фрикев, блять. Возвращаю десятку, который сегодня въебал. Походу.
Gotta save that operator into the next. A costly round there for Team Liquid as we equalize on the side. Sure, it was close.
Забыл, что это карта
That's not
атаки?
on Icebox, though. Kiko had a life game.
Oh, he did. And it's one of those criticizing. That's what Lothar was criticizing on
And a
Desk as well.
retake game here.
Релакси проебет ставку, чекайте.
What I
Ребят,
really
Порча
liked
снята.
were the
Сейчас
first
пойдут
couple
только
rounds
победы.
that we saw eye on.
И опять то же самое
Back
делает.
up. I like the more
И сейчас
passive
спектит мидл, опять умрет. Нет, он убивает. Его не разме... Ему 30 хп оставили. Дается ему стан. Он кого убил? Камо. Второй копан. Все, ребят, Кейков проснулся. Кейка убивает, команда выигрывает. Работаем. Энза разменял. 2-4. Ебать, а как...
And Starkso on the other end all by himself is
forward in front
Минус
of these
15к.
strips and whatnot, but by a little
Иди
bit
в жопу,
more
козел.
time, then you can move around the map.
Кейка под Б. С Авиком. Один. Нац в маркете. Смотрите на Кама, чат. Просто, бля, ебаный, он просто нож достал. Охуеть. Камеру сломали, есть ульта у Ямпи. Благодаря этому киллу. И он сейчас ультанет, когда пачку отстегнет.
I mean, they're
Кейк
waiting
убивает
for
Шадоу.
just a bit more now, just knowing that there's no opportunity to get that down
Кейк убивает
safely.
Старкса.
He's got a sliver to work with.
Кейка убивает Шейдоса.
He needs.
И мы выебали ставку. Да. Карта защиты, чат, не волнуемся.
Long, though. They've got two.
hold hands in this situation. Want to do it all together. You don't want to consider that Mystic is doing it by
Ой,
himself,
Энзо,
but that
спасибо.
leaves Enzo out to the open. Mystic wants to take vengeance. Wants to take
Ой-ой-ой,
revenge.
Старкс
But it's
убивает
still a
его.
3 versus
20 хп
3.
остается у
Coy have
него.
a decision to make. Do they go to the A site? No. They've got someone in the likes of Shados pushing B, putting pressure, but they still got a
не
minute to
хочу
close
бриться
up
на
the
вас.
gap here, up against his own cage.
Full
And
blind
he
nuts.
pushes even further.
Кой Старкс убивает
Very
Кейка, и
aggressive
ситуация
play
3 в
by
1.
Stark, so shuts down
3 в 2.
It doesn't
Нац
allow
в сайте.
Yampy to cross over. He has to go
И ульта
through it.
залетает.
Yampy rolling thunder.
Минус
Shados
Шейдос.
has to die here. 4 seconds. Nats to interrupt it. It's again Team
Блять, а Язик выиграл.
Off the interruption of the spike block. And Stark, so yes, you're alive for a little longer. The final man standing, but that means to
Успокойся.
not.
Stopper available here for Kiko.
Ульта, ребята, от Кейка в мидл.
Hey, they're changing the pace up, you know, going for that
Упав
faster
дефолт.
hit.
But no
Кейка.
one is nearby.
Пам.
Throws down a showstopper. It
Пизда
doesn't
ему.
quite break a trip either. Nats finds a shot on
Еще
the
вторая
Shadows.
трапа
He
есть,
gets
кстати.
affected by a trip, so that
There's one
causes
more.
troubles to Koi. How does he even
Вторую
push
трапу сломали,
forwards
4-5
from this?
ситуация.
One of the trips
Есть
is
ульта
broken, so
от
Koi
Натса.
allowed onto site. Nats is thinking of it. He's got reinforcements as well. Nightfall. It's really strong from Stark, but he's paranoid, so he can't really take advantage of it. All they're doing is delaying right now. Koi don't have the numbers.
Ебать,
They
а как
need
его
a hit
захавало?
from this, and I think Shados has got to be the player to interrupt this from
Кейка.
happening.
4 в 5.
Kiko leads the charge.
Ебать,
Nats has
Натс.
to drop back. Koi buying so much time.
Рубини.
So the clock is working in
Блядь.
favor of Koi,
2 в
but the
4.
kills aren't. Shados now looking to stop it all from happening. Stark in the smoke.
Ебать,
Heroic
Старкса двоих
work
убил.
from him, but it's still an equilibrium. 2 versus 2, and Shados spraying towards the spike. Not on it anymore, but
Да
they
ну
don't
нахуй,
have
Мистик
the
в соло.
info. Mystic, supremacy, triple kill. Team Liquid
Это пизда.
look to grab a second. We've seen Kiko
Два
on it,
авика.
he's been insane, but Mystic's
Нац.
gotta show us what he's got. But it's
Что?
Nats that might be in contention first with a Phantom
Ты
not close
делаешь?
to personal, but it's Camo.
Кейка разменивает.
Kiko close with it as well. Has to back out with the assistance of the blast pack. Fault line does barely avoid him, and he's able to save his life and fight for this retake.
Okay, but retake with
Ликвид
double
убил,
lockdown.
блять, Энзо убил, но
Here.
Кейка разменивают, 3 в 3 ситуация. Энзо, блять, 5 на 5. У Энзо 5 киллов.
At a standstill state with 3 versus 3 and Koi playing an aggressive placement onto this B site.
Surely they just saved this though, no?
No, they're not.
Какой
Oh,
сейф,
wait, no,
блять?
it's 7-5.
А, 7-5. Точно комментатор. Блин, офигеть, анлаки. Похоже на ласт раунд. Ликвид Энзо убивает еще одного. Пизда, он просто пороется, это лайвгейм, нахуй. Шейдос убивает Ямпи. Ебать. Пизда.
Well, denier. He's got the defuse in, but I'm not quite sure if he's got the time. It's a close one, and it's Koi to come out on top.
А,
What a
7-5.
way to end that
Nice.
there, right down to the wire. Quick maths. I had me lost in the sauce. I was just like,
Prevent it.
Koi. They've been so good on pistol rounds as
Кейка
well.
выходит.
Exactly what they
От
need
Б.
to even the score early on.
Full retake
Team Liquid already
стала
bled
команда
onto
Коя.
this B site.
Хаешка залетает в Энзо в руки. И пачку не поставили, блин. Как так? Минус Кейка, минус Мистик, блин. Минус Нац, блин. Вообще у Ликвид не летит чат, вау. Unlucky. Ямпи с шерифом просто. Мэнчик, что за футболка? Минус Кейка. Кама минус 3 дает уже. 7-7.
Yampy though, and Nats.
Эйс.
As Koi find themselves at an equal state with Team Liquid.
Gotta love the eco
Ребят,
ace
это
coming in
эйс.
here for
Это
Koi.
две РБ до
Great
ульты.
momentum and great to
Это
cycle
пизда, это
into
малафья,
that
это
showstopper
всё.
too. Now just two
Don't go too far forward.
Дается пул в троих. И хаешка.
That pencil's actually immaculate with the C's,
Oh.
but it's not quite
НТ.
in their direction. They have plenty
Смотрите,
of room to
Старкса.
spare, but
А его
Stark's
контролят,
also
чат.
closing up the distance. He's got his thing, and that does well in
Ебать
close
тайминг.
proximity, but at the same time, Team Liquid are moving away from it.
I mean, that elbow play was just about buying
Ебать
control
тайминг.
and time on Koi.
Ну, Нац
Shadow
идет
now turns
обратно.
attention towards it. It might
Наца
be the
Гардиан,
right
кстати.
moment for them to swing,
3-9.
but Nats now moving in the direction of the smoke as Team Liquid push onto the site. Paranoia stopping them from pushing 20 seconds.
Наца или
This time,
Старкса,
Team
ребят?
Liquid's turn to be in
Гардиан
trouble,
либо
but
Стингер.
Nats on the lurk will be all too dangerous. Spike on site, and Shadow looks to stop them from getting in. Kiko and
Без шансов.
Enzo, as well as the rest of Team Liquid players, look
Ох
to
ты ж.
collect them one by one. And that was the
Everything.
Байраунд забрали Liquid, молодцы. После пистолетных
Into this next round
бонусного
here.
раунда.
Yes.
Pavlos getting
Ну
his
тут вообще
team
без шансов.
into
Энза
pace.
минус 2 дает.
But you know,
Блять, я вообще, я
haven't
в
seen
ахере.
that much
У Энза
bold
лайвгейм чат.
focus
Ну
here
кто же
coming out
читал
from
эту
Team
хуйню? То, что
Liquid
Энза
in
лайвгейм
the
хуйнет, у него
defense.
сколько?
Now we're looking for a little bit more of that
Бля,
diligence.
чел уже почти 10 ёбнул, или уже
Down to
10.
the dark cover going out, and even just the presence of
Ну
the
этого я не
Huns
мог чекнуть.
alone
Не, у него
to
8,
try and
ребят.
find some of that space or
Живем.
put some of that pressure here on towards Koi.
Definitely keeps them on their feet.
The thing is, you have a cam watching through, so you have all the information you need as far as
No reactions from Koi. They're actually sticking into place.
Нет, не возьмете, но вам
45
привет
seconds in,
передаем.
this is where Kiko
Пламенный.
looks to push forwards. He has been able to sidestep
Знаю,
this
где Грубинья.
there to introduce
side.
some chaos into the mix. Grubinho not able to find a second kill, and Mystic is coming alive. He's been criticized, he's been scrutinized, but he's here
Это
to stay,
пиздец.
and he's back on the server with a lot more kills.
2v4 situation here.
And Shadow's
Ямпи.
looking to lead the charge into this one, and he's
Far
able
out
to open
Ямпи.
it up. Ямпи no more. And
Ну, здесь
Shadow looks
Nats.
to find more Nats. He's incredible on the Cypher, and even more so on the Guardian, with a flank in the making, with the
Пиздец,
likes
это
of
9-7
Mystic,
мы въебали
just
сейчас.
making this all too
Ну все, я
difficult
не
for
могу,
Shadows.
блять, ну в пизду, короче.
Don't wanna be
Лигу
in the
Next
shoes at all. Nobody does.
Liquid вперед,
The
блять,
dire
красавчик.
economical state that Koi is in right now. He has to draw back, he has to save, maybe find a kill as consolidation, maybe not that even.
Чел просто
It's
мог двоих в
Mystic with
спину
a final
ёбнуть,
kill, and
но
Team
нет.
Liquid keep on winning on this attack. That smoke single-handedly making Koi so scared of a mid-crunch. Everybody's looking here. Well, 3 out of 4.
I mean, so consistently, there has been a late wrap.
It is.
О, Мистик,
gets caught.
на респекте.
Camo's got to show stuff out. What are the chances here? 1 out of
Берем
10.
мандальчик.
I don't think they're going for it. You can tell from this call alone that
Yeah, they're dropping back.
they're just looking to isolate right now. Just keep Team Liquid stuck. Try to whittle down some of that economy. Get those picks with the
Хуя
exit out
Коя
game.
Астралис сделают? Они сейвят, не хотят арбы забирать. О, отдавать им, потому что у них одна арба до
And with
фейды.
that, the spike explodes,
На
and
нахуй.
we're back in
Ямпи
it.
умирает от
Yampi
пачки.
doesn't lose his life, so that's
Но,
one
по
rifle
идее,
less on the side of Team Liquid, but no
Плюс арба.
really, no more
Плюс деньги у
orphans
них
to go
есть.
to the Blue Stallions. But this
Какой
time
DPI
around,
на
we've
мыши
got a buy
используешь?
round
У
now.
меня
This is
DPI
where
12
things
тысяч.
get a little bit dicey. Well, you can never deal.
Как и ты думаешь,
Comfortable
подходит
team,
ли
that's
мой ник Мастурбиаз для
Still,
киберспорта
it is a
или
right-hand
нет?
side they're looking
А
to
то
go into, and
капитан
there's a fault
команды
line there
Ячки
to
Кальп
help
говорит, что
keeping
ник
Stark
давно.
so in one area. Showstopper was enabled, but it's by Camo.
Так, выход у
instead.
нас идет на идеальный
A bit
никнейм, брат.
over-aggressive,
Каму
clears out Garage.
ульту въебал только что.
And, gives the call to his team to head
Будут
to
на-
this
у них
A side
выход
quickly
на-
to defend, because there's only 40 seconds
It's
remaining, and
aftershock,
Team
the
Liquid
default.
might be in trouble if they're not quick enough.
I mean, going for this short push.
But Koi put their forces together. They're putting themselves into all in one
Кейк
corner.
убивает
Kiko is
Шадоа,
able to deal with one
Шейдос
of the
разменивает,
quick
Старкс
finds
убивает
himself on the
двоих,
side. Koi
Мистик
is the
разменивает.
team
Мистик
that wins
15 на
most of
9,
these
блядь.
trades. But there's 2 players on the other side of the
Остановите
map.
его,
And
нахуй.
Shaydos has got to play the patience game.
Дайте Кою выиграть
Without
этот
that,
раунд.
Mystic's just gonna have to take that TP and get out.
They don't
What
know
is this?
where that was. It's
No.
trying to keep the Koi players over to this B side, but they might have made the wrong call because they're out into the
Сценарий
open for
3-2-2, я не
Camo
знаю,
to
это
collect.
ТП.
And Koi are finally back in
О,
contention.
Not enough information.
Так, Мистик.
regardless of
Нас-
protocoling this prowler out. Start of information.
Пизда.
though, is
That fault line is so scary time and time again. but it's
Ой,
Grubinho
Грубинья
that
просто
ends
с
up
авиком.
picking off Kiko as it's anticipated from the Koi side.
Делает
tough.
на
I mean,
Кейка
hook, line, and
опен.
sinker, right? I feel like something that
И,
Koi have done
Арб-
so well is kinda
Ребрев,
just
что
bait
происходит?
into
Ямпи
someone
бежит.
operator.
Если он убивает Резу,
Rampage right now.
он убивает
And he
его.
might be able to keep it
Шейдос
going.
разменивает.
Shaydos puts him to the dirt. So in that
Ультует,
point, business
ситуация
from him,
3-4.
and Team Liquid look to move
Есть
into this
инфа.
B site. Yes, the Shaydos nearby, but he's gonna have to wait and fall back with his team because Grubinho is miles away.
At the very least, that neural theft does give a little bit
Пачка
of
еще не
extra,
поставилась.
that
Идут в
information.
КТ
Team
вдвоем.
Liquid are gonna aggress even further,
Shaydos.
but in within the smoke, and Shaydos gonna have to deal with this. He's
Не убивает
expecting it,
никого.
but
И сразу
Nats is
ульта
quick into the
занимает.
trigger.
Залетает и
Starks are trying
3-3.
to find back the space. Shadow
Ебать,
trying to
Натса
spray
накоцали.
into that smoke, but no one from Koi is finding a pick.
Saw
But
the barrel.
Grubinho is now on the fight. On the lurk. Operator
Ебать.
shot chimed, but it's Shadow with the pick. Starkso knows that
Опасность.
Nats gives the call, but it's Enzo there to assist. Oh,
Энза.
Enzo is there to help. Nats is low, but he's
Один.
surrounded. The map closes in on him.
Два.
And that's
Ну,
Koi
Натсу не
on the
попадает.
defuse, right back
No,
into
I think
winning
even
way.
Yampi just showing
Здорово,
his presence
пацаны.
over towards A. He's the one with the rolling thunder, right?
2 Рубине.
into-
Мистик просто его
Mystic takes the
убивает.
fight against an op. And the Omen diff
И станешь
shows up.
Shadow.
able
Я
to
Shadow еще
barely
досок
get away,
тут
but he's
постоянно.
being chased after. Team Liquid
Энзо
going directly
9-10.
to the site. Enzo is alone.
Дает собаку
He needs to
и
maintain his
отбегает.
composure and group up with the team, because if he died there, it
Амавик.
would have been terrible for
Фидос
them.
умрет.
Shadow wants to go for in the fight,
А,
but
Мистик
Mystic has
соло.
got that angle
Охуеть,
covered.
блядь.
Picks up the op for himself and says,
Мистик
"This
минус 3.
toy is mine
Мистик.
to use, and I'll use
Хотел
it
сказать,
as
минус
much as I
4.
want." Shadow says, "Yeah, enough of that."
Мистик соло раунд
But
забрал.
still, it's Team Liquid that have guaranteed themselves at least
Это
in the
Порше,
11th
это,
round
блядь,
here.
это метка, я не
As off
знаю,
the
я
back
в
of
пизду,
Mystic's
короче.
openings.
Okay. I know you're looking at this team and we're like, okay, the spacing's good, the timing is good, the weapon now denied here in the hands of Camo, so no ability to buy into Shados into the next round.
Автоматическое напоминание, релакс, ССС.
But Mystic is having
Как тут экономику считать?
He definitely is. I think he's heard
Открываешь
his performances so far.
4-5. Да я уже чекну, что там 4-5.
defaulted there by
Я посмотрел.
Stark, so, okay, here's where we
Клауд,
kick it to
Cloud9
high gear.
всасывают, на них кэп, блядь,
Arrow not
1,7.
using all the ultimates at the same time. They know the B site is open.
Нац.
Not used, not
От
needed
Кама
to
убирает.
Rolling
Кейка в
Thunder
никуда
himself,
ульту
but that's
отдает.
been
Есть
called off.
хаешка.
That was a big
Что на
haymaker
ретейк у
this
нас
round
есть?
for Team Liquid.
На ретейк у
They
нас
will
есть у
counter.
Ямпи ульта,
We
ребят.
might see Mystic try to wrap
Ну, в
back
плане
around
на
towards
постплан,
mid, though,
точнее.
a little bit later into the post plant.
Кейка.
Time to regroup, recalibrate.
Ульте.
Nightfall drops and
Ничего не
keeps
слышит,
position,
знает
notify
информацию о нем.
He's got himself
Ему
a nice
дается...
position and a
Ух ты
potential
ж.
good crunch, but Kiko is in big trouble, and he'll get this man
Но
to
есть
score.
ульта, ребят,
They've got a lot
у
of
Ямпи.
players now.
Ультует во
They've got
всех.
so much, but the Rolling Thunder will stand 2 players up,
Aftershock.
and because of the smoke, they won't
И
feel too
остается
comfortable
секунд
to push
15.
forward. They're
Рубини
waiting for
убивает
Mystic to
Мистика.
come through, but Rubinho reads it.
Ебать.
Rolling Thunder wrapped back for a response.
Минус 1, Энзо.
Destroyed. Enzo remains, but
Хорошо,
not
блядь.
for long. Koi survived with
Нац умер здесь зря, на самом деле, на миду. Здесь еще Грубини подловил Мистика. И тут просто... ну, и еще самое неприятное для Ики в том, то, что Ямпи отдал ульту. И Кейка отдал ульту на этот раунд, они его не взяли. Смог? Смог закончится через секунду 5. Но второй смог залетает. Забирает он Мистика. Нет смоков. Шейдос отошел под КТ. Бля, у меня же страшно, нахуй. Того, что происходит. 4 в 4. Есть ульта у Кама. Будут заходить они в маркет. Это будет у нас раунд под Б. Дается смок в мейн. Сломали они трапу и троем в маркете. Ямпи до сих пор на миду чилит, хуй знает почему. Почему Ямпи люркует на бриче, чат? Но он выиграет сейчас раунд. Минус 1. Информация не дается, Шейдос убивает его.
Блять, он с гаста убил двоих, чат!
Has to run away. They chase right after him. But Grabinho continues with the ghost.
Вы просто не представляете, если бы я сейчас поставил на ликвид на первой карте, я бы уже себе как минимум волосы, ну, половину волос бы точно у меня не было бы на голове, я бы их просто вырвал бы нахуй с корнем. Так, у них бай, они решили закупиться до 2К. У Ямпи Outlaw. Кейка летит. Получает он... Ебать! Да ну нахуй! Минус 2.
Скажи Вике, что она лучшая соска.
Вик, ты лучшая соска. Ты соска прям вообще, ну пиздец. Ты прям лучшая, ты прям соска, я не знаю.
And look how much pressure Koi were able to make now on this duo here in Enzo and Mystic. Shifting back over towards this A side. Here to step.
Шейдос убил одного. Его разменивает Мистик. И 2 в 1. У Мистика 19. Взял вандал, пачка... Ебать, где пачка у него. Он даже не пытается. Мистика, времени нету. Времени нету. Хорошо. Метка пропала или что, чат? Будут занимать они маркет, скорее всего. Энза 9-13. 4 ассиста на фейде. 4. Всего 4 ассиста у типа. Всего 4, блядь. Ульта, это фейка прешер. Тайминг. Ебать, Шейдос его просто заблочил. Бля, Бадян, что ты делаешь нахуй? Он просто заблочил Старкса. Кам убивает Натса. Шейдос убивает. Энзо убивает Шаудова. Бля, что происходит? Ямпи пошел в смок. Есть ульта. Минус. Ямпи 1. Ну вот и все, блядь. Работаем, блядь. Камбэкнули все, что въебали сегодня. На респекте. Найс. Еще есть катки? Да, будут катки.
It really could mean Koi has a real chance in this series. A 2-0.
Так, Кой занимает у нас Б. Просто сразу арбу ставят. Ребят, чтобы выиграть, надо, чтобы Кейка лайфгейм ебнул. Прошу заметить, они выиграли Xbox еле как, когда Кейка дал 40.
В голосе Димы можно было услышать нотки азарта, от которого релаксу стало не по себе. Тот нервно сглотнул.
In the cubby, but they've cleared it now, and now they can
5-5. Дается стенка. Каму убивает Ямпи. Шейдос убивает Энза. Минус Нац. Минус Кейка. 2-0. Энза. Ой, Энза говорю. Кейка. Минус 1. Кой убивает Натса. Только не нож. Ебать. Ямпи убивает Старкса. Ситуация 2 в 4. Ямпи умирает. Энза запушил чат. Энза запушил. Это минус. Энза. Минус 2. Почему Батяра он? Ну, я... Ну, потому что он бот, привет. Грим не игрок, ребят, это бот. На контроллере у него 5 и 3, наверное. Как так? Ямпи минус 2 дает. Охуеть. И стенка отдается сразу. Похоже, Ликвид забрали Айсбокс. Либо мы ловим Кэв также на 4-0 в чат.
They also want to keep pushing towards A. They don't want to allow Team Liquid to pick up these guns.
Crossover.
Мистик убивает еще одного.
And Trabinho spotted, but not quite picked up. Enzo, the chase will come in, and Koi will try and interrupt it, but no one's gone in for the chase. Now they will. And Starkser will keep himself alive.
Минус Ямпи.
Старкса.
Ямпи убивает его.
Normally you want numbers with those hero rifles as well, so someone can at least pick it up when you do go down.
All hope lies on Grabinho right now as he's close to this fight.
Ананас про релакса.
With Camo. Takes a ton of health off from that shock dart.
Здесь я сохраню.
Shadow somehow survives. Takes a lot of damage for it.
Yeah, this round is pretty much done unless Koi are able to find some sheriff kills, especially given that Yampi is on this back line and nobody's checking him. Spray onto the first. Shadow's got to turn around, but he won't be able to do so in time. Yampi wants more kills, wants better statistics at the end of this game. It's Enzo with a double to close it all off. No survivors for Koi as Team Liquid grab another round and a 4-round.
Popular Russian streamer about Liquid. О, снова накрутили. 3000 ботов, ребят. Вы заебали, ёпта, боты ебаные. Выйдите со стрима, суки. Пора хуртить, блядь. Заебали, блядь. Накрутчики ёбаные. Ой, Кейк убивает Каму, ситуация 3-3. Что ты делаешь? О, Кейка пострелял жестко. Ребят, это камбэк. Блять, я опять мог кэф, да, словить жестко? На второй карте 4-4 сейчас. Залить казуальные 400 рублей. Ты на что поставил Дэн здесь? Нужна срочная аналитика от Дэнчика. Я просто стою к F3 на первой карте, поставил 5500. Татарстан, приедешь, тебе пизда? Так я и так в Татарстане, считаю. 4-6 поймал?
And can't do a thing with the operator, so Koi do get site control. So still, it's Team Liquid under pressure.
Ебать, флешка.
They've got the numbers. They're going to be pushing forwards. Gravino in this cove together with a spike plant. Nat is the one to get a pick though, but
Ой, Рубини минус 3 уже дает. Охуеть, как это возможно вообще? Мистик знает то, что он в бэксайте. Рубини его пикает, и Шейдос 1 в 1. Кейка или Шейдос? Кейка выиграл. Нет! Как это? Мне надо, чтобы было 3 карты, тогда за сегодня вообще все зайдет, что я только ставил. Жестко. Кейка умирает. Мне вообще не нравится, как Ликвид играет, чат, это пиздец. У них еще прикол в том, что у них на сансете забрал роль Ямпи. То есть Нац вообще не люрковал почти. Просто роль Наца забрал Ямпи, охуеть. Ребят, если Энзо в КД, значит у Liquid все плохо. Это 2-0. Энзо на нахуй. На нахуй. На. На. Ямпи. Побежал. Ямпи то же самое делал против Коя. И я просто сидел в тильте. Или против Нави он это делал. Минус Ямпи опять соло сыграл. На респекте. Нац 1-2. Шанс. Кейка. Кейка, если пропушит на яйцах дальше, он гений. Он ушел. Шейдос может умереть от Ямпи. Ломает он турельку и отходит. Ульта от Кама. Прочекал весь сайт. Бать, Наца накоцали. Ульта от Наца хорошая. Хотел сказать я, но это не его ульта. Ебать! Шадо убивает Мистик. Ебать, Энд за спину не убил чат. Но тут Нац. Катюха, долазила Барбару? Рику.
But he cannot find it. Instead, it's Nats to find himself on the board. Kiko's sight line from this one. At least they've got Mystic nearby, and he can do all the delaying possible, 40 seconds, and they need to move in quickly before this toxic stream wears off, but they're looking to push even further. Kiko might be in trouble. Camo
Так, минус Кейка, Мистик разменивает. 4-4. Ебать, Старкс убивает Энза, ультует. Опять Энза умер. Это стенка, Мистик. Арба. Ебать, Старкса еще одного убивает. Старкса в этой игре прям в форме, в этом матче. В ТГ. Я уже залил в ТГ, что я поставил.
The two players on Koi towards A just have to live.
I don't think they would expect him to be here this quickly. Крабиньо not looking in the right direction. He will now peek.
Ямпи 10 хп.
40 points of health remaining on him.
Шейдос. Шейдос убивает Мистика, и Ямпи просто дефьюзит. Алло?
He's not faking it. You've got a peek here, Crabinho, and that's exactly what he does. A thrifty round from Koi, keeping Team Liquid at arm's reach.
Great timing from Shaydos, and we saw this last
thrifty loss.
Kiko's positioning, they have no idea, and walked past him too.
С такой логикой дохуя тренеров, которые ничего не выиграли. С такой логикой, если ты тренируешь, ты в команде 4 года и нихуя не получается, то ты кик нахуй. Кейк убивает Грубиня, Кама разменивает Энза. Ебать, Кейка в соло.
Using the toxic screen to his own favor from the enemy side of Koi.
Да, просто соло. Просто взял раунд в свои руки. Охуеть. Ребята, это Кейка.
Kiko with the operator. First blood. Camo no more. That's all she wrote. That's it. Kiko.
Кейка опять оп, он дает на Кама. Задронили его. Есть ульта.
Spotted. Drop back. Updraft also spotted. So Starkso looking at this upper angle. Who found who first though? That's the question.
Кейка сейчас еще один фраг даст. Кейка король Xbox, я понял сейчас. Просто на карте дерьма уничтожает оппонентов. Ульта залетает бэксайд. Ой, минус Кейка. Шейдос у нас... Ой, Грубини уже минус 2 дает. Мистик с рейсом. Нас разменивает, 3-3 ситуация. Шейдос убивает спину Мистика и все. Ульта от Энза, ребят. Хорош Энза.
He's got the Viper's Pit, but I don't think he's going to want to use it. This is a difficult one. Koi moving all of their players into one corner.
Ульта от Натса. Попытается взять.
But it's just simple.
Enter.
They'll just move in together. And that's not even capable of finding one out of the three. So Koi close up.
Мне кажется, Натс, если возьмет Вандал, он такой будет. Вот смотрите, у него весь дурик не летит. У Натса. Ну возьми ты Вандал, потести. Может полетит. Ульта от Ямпи залетает. Но это А. Кейк убивает Грубини, но, ребят, не прошу заметить. Энза. 7-8. Покажите нам Энза. Минус Мистик. Энза. Раз. Два. Шоковая. Энза. Туда-сюда делают. Энза. Минус, ебать. Конечно, они видят только пол своей команды, чат. Вы чё? Ямпи убивает, типа. 1-2, Кейка. Он убивает. Ебать тайминг, чат. Все, ему пизда. 6-6. Вот понимаете, вот когда вы в Movie Maker играете соло, вы убиваете, да, но Ямпи это не такой игрок. Ямпи это не игрок, который просто ебет. Это не про Ямпи, чат.
There's only a bot watching this backline, so it will read it, but can you expect 3 players to be holding it out? One defending the site is Shados, but now he's got reinforcements and the lacks of Shadow. Wall coming through, but
Shadow убивает Ямпи.
Won't come through straight away. Mystic getting on it, but 3 players on the flank.
Ставится пачка. Нац убивает Каму.
That's the first, but he's got 2
Нац очень важный фраг дает. 4-4 ситуация.
Mystic is turning behind to help.
Рубине.
Старкс
убивает Мистика. Нац разменивает Старкса. Кейка. Ебать. Шейдос. Умирает. На нахуй. Ну Нац. Ебать. Время. Ликвид вибали эту ключу. Ликвид занимает у нас мид.
No, he's got a judge. What am I talking
Yeah,
about?
they've got both angles covered, so that distance being closed means a lot.
Что делает Мистик?
This mid push from Team Liquid is
У Наца
gonna
аутлоу, чат.
take up Koi's time for a little bit.
Но у всех второй... Ой, Шейдоса 10 хп, кстати.
Shadows somehow lost a big chunk of his health.
Okay, just a little bit more patience here, Starks, though.
И смотрите, Ямпи что делает.
He really is. Oh, and it could be brilliant. 2 kills for nothing.
Ну это джадж.
Away with it, scot free.
У Ямпи хороший... Ебать, Нац убивает просто в голову.
Is crazy.
Старкса.
I think it was a little confident
Ямпи
when
хороший
the
тайминг
shot
может
guard
словить,
that
если
went
честно.
Grabinho's going for a whole wrap around here though, and I don't think they're waiting for it. No, they
Timing.
are, because who's wrapping around
Oh,
who?
the wall.
Ебать, о нем не знают, чат.
Bring out the knife, mate. I know you want to. Make sure he can
Ух
get
ты ж,
another
блядь.
kill out of it, but ends up not doing so. He knows Nats is nearby, but he's just put Team Liquid in some sort of contention. Well, Koi,
30
an
seconds
even
left.
greater spot,
They don't know where Yankee
Nats.
is right now.
and that's Nats
Ебать.
pulling the trigger so fast
3 в
to
2.
turn around.
А,
This is doable. 20
Шейдос
seconds.
красный.
They might have sight control, but Shadow's nearby. Recon not there yet, but he's got a couple of shotguns that could deny the default spike plant.
Ебать шоковая.
12 seconds. Close to Yampi's
Минус
feet,
Нац,
and Shadows with
Ямпи.
the upper ground.
Один в
Yampi
один.
with a double has put things all in contention. 5 seconds. The spike can be
Перед.
interrupted.
Хорошая эко, на самом деле,
Is
от Liquid.
right behind. Koi continues
Убили
with that
четверых.
streak.
Team Liquid
Не
making...
фулл бонус раунд сыграть. 2 шерифа, Гост. Outlaw и Гост. Старкса под смоком стоит. Но Старкса умер, короче, чат. Не угадали Коя с плентом. Ой, Старкс
I
ушел.
mean, what
Охереть.
Rubinho did on the Ghost on the previous map
Надо кол
was
давать, ребят.
disgusting and hardly
Ох ты ж,
replicable.
блядь.
It's unlikely. He's just trying to live by that time right now.
Just trying to live.
Дается
Koi going
стенка.
for a massive flank
Ямпи.
by Yampi.
Решил просто
Shot
пикнуть.
down by Ghost himself.
Старкс
showing his
умирает.
presence by
30
stabbing
seconds left.
at the wall.
Ой-ой-ой.
And the outlaw from Camo's done damage. Wait a minute, this might be doable for
ТП.
them, especially if they're
Let's
closing in on
reload.
him, but
Его
he
просто
hasn't been able to
пушит.
reload because he
Энзо
spent the
убирает
time
его.
taking that
И
flash
2 в
out.
3 ситуация.
Koi, their wrap is taking a long
Пачка
time
ставится под
through
КТ.
mid, and Team Liquid still should be able to close this out, given that they've got rifles galore. Shadow's got an upgrade.
Did Grabino spotted here too? One snake bite down for the count.
Shadows was hoping they were playing
Дэн
out
стоит
to
экспресс,
land
половина
Beast
зашла,
in a position where
остальная
he could have gotten a
победа
kill, but
Cloud9.
unlucky with the timing.
All 3 players back towards
Левиатанов.
Snowman here and a recon available for Enzo.
Last player standing.
And with Shadows dropping, the only
Спокойно
one with
может
the gun,
взять.
there's nothing you can do. Eager to pick it
Энзо
up.
минус 3
Rubinho
дает.
will be greeted by lead to the heart. And Team Liquid get
Just based on what was shot out and what he was able to see.
plan B for Camo enabled. Rubinho still saying, nobody here, guys. Stick to your positions.
Ревил
The
залетает.
threat is imminent, close to this action. All Team Liquid players grouped up together. It's going to be a
Промах
five-man collapse, and
и
Camo knows
смерть.
how to get out of it.
Старкса разменивает Энзо.
To find the trade
Стенка
onto
залетает.
Enzo, and he will be trying to
Старкс
close up the
убивает
gap
Ямпис.
even more, and he's
Ого,
able to
все
get
понял.
them
Нац
all.
убирает.
Triple kill for Starkso.
Ну тут
Shadow
Анука.
enters the fight with an Odin. He's being incredibly
Ебать.
lit.
Это ГГ, чат.
Bullets all over the Team Liquid players, and the round goes to Koi.
Stark's utility and
Бля, надо было
unsung
15 тысяч
hero
поставить на
within
КФ
this
4-4.
matchup
Что-то я
as well.
слишком
Those
мало поставил
reckonings
сейчас.
have been absolutely deadly
По 0
for
от Коя,
Team
походу.
Liquid, and it was just by so
Часы
Forcing
можно,
into
короче,
this round. Only a
ПХ
couple of pistols for Team Liquid, but
ёбнуть,
hoping they
правильно?
can secure it
Каким-то
nevertheless.
образом.
It's a gamble.
Поняли, да?
Let's just say that. It's a big gamble. If it doesn't work,
Каким-то
there'll be in a
замысловатым
world of
образом.
hurt.
Не радара в
Be
плане то,
confident in this
что
one.
Если часы встали, то что значит надо в другую точку идти, поняли? Типа того, типа такого. Если часы идут, значит вы в правильном направлении идете.
Oh, big time. But this time
Ну
Camo's
серьезно,
got an
это же
operator who's
может
looking in the
произойти,
right
нет?
direction. Team Liquid move in here. There's a big chance they'll be trading out kills in Corey's favor. Aljoin finding out Grubinho, but doesn't give a chance for Camo's position to be telegraphed. No, he's kept onto the
Ребят, я вам рассказываю, мне рассказывали, как в Warface тип, у типа в левом кармане был телефон и в правом кармане был телефон на вибрации. И если, короче, надо было идти на А, и звонил левый телефон, если бы надо идти на Б, звонил правый телефон, понимаете?
We're not seeing the same explosive entries from him now on the attack.
And we're talking about 30 seconds in the making, and Camo's already got in a pick. That's really important. Enzo not able to put that Hunter Fury to good use.
Мистик убивает Кама. 4-4. Мистик второго убивает. Ебать, минус 3. Но Shadow двоих убивает каким-то образом ультой. Ставится пачка.
Right now you've got a Cascade and Cove to work with.
Старкса.
Might be able to find a gap across this smoke as soon as it falls.
Shadow.
Not able to treat it, or trade it.
Куда бежит? Мистик.
Mystic down in a 1v2. Oh, it's so tough. He's walled off as well. He's going to have to go all the way around from yellow, break the wall, and that's going to buy so much time from Team Liquid here.
Save it, Avik.
The operator.
He has to. That's got to be the round for Team Liquid. Getting themselves an extra one. Leashing up onto Koi, pulling in their direction, not letting them go.
And again, changing that tempo, trying to catch out Camo on that. Sure, again, we have the same sort of explosivity that we saw
But it's
from
got the likes of Shados to assist them. Nats as well
Minus
in the proximity to help out Yampi. It's an off
Ямпи.
angle.
Дается дрон, минус Натс.
Check it. I think it has, and Nats will be in trouble.
Кейка, кстати, в этот момент убивает минус 2, ебать. Решил дэш нажать, на раунд сыграть. Молик залетает, дефолт. Ульта. Ульта от Йорна, инфу, Грубинья. Ебать, Мистик. А, понял, извиняюсь. Охуенная игра, чат. С фантома не летит, ребят, берете классик, полете убивайте.
Is it enough for him? No, it's not, because Mystic is lurking in the shadows and he finds the opportune moment to peek.
It's always above you. 9-9 now as we tie things up here once again.
Ой, у Старкса, ребят, ган. Какая... Ой, Кейка здесь, ребят.
No TP out. It's going to send that away now. But again, you've only got a Sheriff in hand. So patient.
Here.
Clearing out every angle.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
Это камбэк, чат.
Doesn't have much to his disposal.
Здесь 4 типа. ТП нажал. Стопайте, вот так сказать. Оу, ну тут шанс. Ну что могу сказать? Liquid камбэкует это. Изи игра для Liquid, 2-1 Liquid. Дается ульта от Killjoy. Шейдос через секунду даст ульту. Дается ульта от Вайпер. А Кейка, Япи просто сломал. Охуеть. Старкса разменял. Здесь Кейка. Ебать, минус Энза. Мистик очень важный фраг нашел. Рубини убивает Кейка. Камо. Мистик 1-2. Ой, 2-0.
And with plenty of time to defuse, Koi square things up for yet another time.
They stopped the bleeding.
2-0 Кое, чат. Охуеть. Пиздец. Вот так вот. Надо было 15к оставить. Ой-ой-ой, ребята, они идут на ловушку. Они идут в ловушку, чат. А дрон не отдается, да, Энза? Да, Энза на респекте играет. Хорош Энза. Энза в соло въебал игру сейчас. Как же я наебываю, ребят. Он просто гений, который прочекал эту позицию. Пиздец, блядь. И минус Грубини, ребят, это 2-1.
Спасибо за добрый стрим. Благодаря тебе я понял, что не стоит играть на ставках, если не разбираешься в игре.
Факты, брат. Только холодный ум, только аналитика, только расчет, математика и помощь ИИ. Ребят, я не перебиваюсь, не переобуваюсь. Я читаю просто эту игру. Понимаете, люди меняются, время идет.
When the money situation is just
After them too much, they've got another buy in them. Yes, if they do lose a weapon, but it's still a long way to go. Team Liquid, the lead, and 2 rounds away from finding themselves into a third map. And Ennis, but he's let them all cross forwards. The Aldrone, the alarm
Кейка
bomb won't be triggered
заспотал у
as
нас
Shadows has
такса.
found his demise. And Team Liquid on the front foot as they
Ульта.
enter this B site. Hunter's Fury from
Куда
Shadow
ультует он?
trying to deny any of these players, but this time he's unsuccessful
Попал
in finding
Бенца.
anyone. Finds some chip damage onto one of these players, but it's quickly replenished back into life. Kiko
Кейка
holding off
не
the mid
ловит
play.
ни один
That's
тайминг.
exactly where Koi want to play into.
Да, его убивает 4 в 4
Exactly where Kiko
ситуация.
falls.
the timing there sublime.
Грубинил перестреливает Натса с классиком, чат.
Энза
10 хп. Шадоу убивает Энза и 2 в 3 ситуация. Ямпи уже минус 3 дает. Молика промахнулся. Мистик. Минус 2. Ликвид, молодцы, ребят.
Nail in the coffin now, hitting this on the defense. Right? This is their weak point. It's really the attack, and they didn't find the advantage that they were looking for in the first half.
Кама. Убивает Энза, дает ТПшку. Минус Кейка. Мистик решил резнуть крипа. Мечника.
Heal coming up here as well. That recon already used. Still an owl drone to work with.
Yampi on the lurk though. This could be crucial. There's nothing to alarm
Тен.
Koi here from this.
Не так просто выиграть,
No, nothing towards
когда у
Warrior.
тебя в
It's
команде
the alarm bot over
Энза.
underneath too, but he chooses
Это всегда челлендж
to
для
choose
команды.
himself instead. He hasn't positioned himself there before.
So all Team Liquid are doing right now is trying to buy the time.
А в чем прикол то, что
wrap
Ямпи...
around here, let Yampi get into a great
А в чем прикол то,
position
что
and
Ямпи
change the
играет
tide of this round.
как нац?
Scouting good here for
Мне
Camo
просто
at the
интересно.
very
А нахуй вам
least.
нац, если у вас
Camo
Ямпи
showing
играет?
his ground. They know he's
Может,
ulted
Ямпи просто будет
nearby.
как
Team
как
Liquid
нац,
look to run away from
короче.
it. Oh my goodness, gripping you then waiting, but
Ебать.
it's got Camo to
Допы.
peek out from the shadows, get so many
Это
kills
допы.
from it, and out of nowhere, Koi on
That's
11.
the one on that kitchen lurk.
It's Koi that's aggressing though. They're the ones taking the flank control over this B site, and I think Yampi could get caught off it if he's not careful enough. Shados wins out his own trade as well, and Koi
Минус 2.
in a moment of
Минус Ямпи,
milliseconds
минус нац.
are the ones favored to win this
Ситуация.
round and take us to OT and Team Liquid.
3 в
They're
5.
shaking where they stand, sweating all over. It's a 3 versus 5 for them to secure a map win.
Ульта от Кейка, ребят, не забываем.
It's all up to Kiko here. on
Сейчас
site.
ёбнет всех.
Kiko's got the blades.
Нажимает дэш.
Only just enable the dash. Snakebite nearby, but avoided by Kiko.
Дэша
Wanted
нет.
to go even further. He doesn't really have
Равно
reinforcements.
пизда.
Mystics held back.
Минус
And Enzo going all
Кейка.
the way around. Kiko no more. Koi might
Мистик
actually have
одного
done it.
забрал.
Mystic on top. Has to drop back.
Энза
It's not all done
на
until Koi are able
шок-дартах.
to deliver this defuse, and Mystic is so good on these clutches. So
На
far, he's
одного
able to find
схватило.
one. Shadows drops it right back up in his
Но
favor.
Энза.
Enzo, it's a 1-on-3,
Раз,
and they're sticking
два.
with defuse, stopping it, but no!
Охуеть.
It's Shadows that was on it. We're destined for overtime on map number 2. Consecutive ones on each side
Отдается дрон
of
от
the
Энза.
field is what is needed
И
to pick
уходит
up the
сова.
map win here.
Ох ты ж.
He knows, but he's run out of a dash, so he can't play
В
as
это,
aggressive
в это
anymore.
время, ребят, Кой идут под Б.
Over now towards B.
Открывается стенка.
Opportunity to still stall with some of these
Сразу
snake bites
открывается
here for
смок
Nats.
от Натса.
Yeah, I
И
think you can
закрывается.
see how important it is for Team Liquid that Koi
Есть
don't
два
push
молика.
too far forwards. Nanoswarm's very deep in, so
Стоит он на молике.
Nats
Here.
comfortable to hold back for now. Snakebite and Poison Cloud enabled, and that spray Starkso down. Team Liquid.
Минус Старкса,
All they
ребят.
do now is
Nats
rotate
соло.
around. They know Koi is nearby, and they
4-5.
get someone on the flank perhaps.
Энза еще Шадоу убивает, чат.
But Koi are patient.
Пиздаем.
And while they are patient, in the meantime, it's Team Liquid that get a pick after pick. 3 players off in Snowman. If there's no smoke covering it, they're doomed. Camo's gotta make the difference. Enzo is just off his screen.
Ой,
And
Ямпи убивает Камо.
himself the backstab,
Ситуация
and that's all
2 в
is
5.
needed. Team Liquid might actually be getting a very clean round here.
Минус
In
Шейтос
overtime, Nats
и
with
Грубини
another one,
1 в 5.
making it 2 for him this round. Grubinho,
Раз,
his
два.
aura remains doubles up
Ну,
with
это
18
unlucky.
seconds.
Он не выиграет.
Surely not. And 30
Это
points of
никак не
health.
выиграть.
This is looking nigh impossible.
With a plant, he gets the pick.
Пачка ставится.
Will it be enough, though, as
Шоковая
it-
залетает,
chasing right
никуда.
after, allowing him to
Минус
do it.
еще один.
Gets one kill, goes for another
Ну
spike
тут
plant,
Кейка
but
со
Kiko's
спины.
right behind him with a shorty to the
Also know
back.
that Koi have struggled here on defense, right? So feeling confident after winning their defending round.
Cascade deep in mid does put pressure on Team Liquid to look at it in case someone walks past it, but the push towards
Ямпи убивает Камо, его сразу Старкса
A,
разменивает.
side.
Нац, под
We've
стенкой.
also got delay here. Koi with
4 в
these
4.
lulls are looking to just force Team Liquid to stay in
Ребят,
towards
допы
maze.
не должны так легко заканчиваться.
Nats on lurk and control,
Вы же это
while the
должны
rest of
понимать.
Team
Допы
Liquid
как
just
минимум на
traverse
17
into
раунде
A.
должны
Looks
закончиться.
like Koi
Нац на
want to deal
миду.
with Nats here, and they're wary of such presence. In the swing, Grubinho is actually so close to this. I don't think Nats can expect
The
it.
barrel.
In he goes, and it
Ебать,
stops, so that
минус
gets the
Nats,
pick
3-4.
instead. Spike planted now for Team Liquid, but they're at a
Кейка.
numbers deficit.
Пошел.
Has to go for something early.
Кейка пошел, ребят.
Feels the need, he needs to go for a pick.
Смог
Now
дает.
goes to the left-hand side as he aggresses forwards, finds some
Охуеть,
damage,
он
touches
просто на
out
фулочке.
enough of that fight. Still, it's Starkzer on the other end that tries to find a
Кейка
shot,
побежал.
but does bait
Убил
him, but
Кейка.
it's Kiko to come
А,
on
ну
top.
всё.
Mystic, the
Мистик всех
brilliance of this
ёбнул.
man to come alive with the best
Ребят,
moments for Team Liquid.
Это третья карта.
This round
как я и
could be
говорил.
it, unless Grubinho can say
Айсбокс не
otherwise.
выиграть у Team
But
Liquid.
there's 3 players spread apart. There's no way you can find them all at the same time. Kiko with the final blow. We're going to split.
Приставка, ребят.
To a third map, because
Кто ставил на
Team
Liquid, по моим
Liquid
прогнозам,
aren't done
на второй
with
карте?
Koi yet.
14 to
Респект.
12. That wall that allows you that free backside push.
And it's open. That B
Так,
site
Б
is
у них
definitely
будет.
open for them. And there's only one player
Кейка
looking in that
выходит.
direction, but because of the
Стенка
fast
Вайпер
swing from
открывается.
Kiko, it's not
И
gonna be able to
что,
do a
заняли
thing.
не сайт.
You're gonna have to look away
Будут играть
and wait
ретейк
for
с гличом.
reinforcements to arrive until anything else happens. So the
Ставится
spike plant
пачка
is gonna be
Тенза.
clean for Team Liquid as it enters into this one, but they're
И
not gonna
фаст
hold back
ретейк.
at all
Хорошая
point when they
флешка.
move in. It's a paranoia in
Минус 2.
correspondence here from Koi, but it's still Nats and Yampi to come out on top on these trades. Spike
Старкса.
get planted, respecting Koi's
Ебать.
attack, and that's a good for a reason as well, because Shadows and Camo have brought things right back into a fathomable collection.
Энзо умирает. Ебать.
On the top here. Paint shells really well
Мистик
placed, forcing
под
Mystic
девяткой.
up close.
2 в 2 ситуация.
Spike in the
Кама
middle of the
красный,
site, puts
и
Koi to
Кейка,
relax
и Мистик
for a
оба
second.
красные.
It's a little bit
Фейк
off
еще
the
один
top
прожимается,
now,
но
and
смотрите.
the regroup over
Ой,
here
идут в
for
КТ, и они
Valen.
тоже идут в
So much
КТ.
time has been
Пизда. Мы...
expected, they can only imagine that there's a push coming in from behind. It's still a 1-for-1 trade, and now a 1v1 for the first
1-1.
pistol round win. Kiko holding it back. Waiting for Shados to swing,
Ебать.
but it's Shados to win it instead. A triple for the man, and first blood for Koi.
Pistol in pocket here for Koi, allotting that buy up now inside.
G2
Also means that they have to
G2
find a
бездари,
very
брат.
big lead here
КРУ
on this
могут
first
выиграть
half.
спокойно. Можешь попробовать залить.
That's gonna help.
100%. Spectre picked up, and there might even be a chance of this one. Shadows closing up. the
Но
gap
G2
into
выиграли КРУ
Boys
вроде, да, в
crowd
прошлом матче?
dropping. That will be surprising for him. So Starkzer is the one that is forced to get the trade. Koi trailing behind in numbers, but not for sure for a lot longer, because Shadow is doing quite a lot of
Minus
damage with the
Кейка.
Bulldog in mid. Now there is a
Все,
level,
анлаки, походу.
and they know they vacated B for long, and Camo is looking in this direction. But at least it's been open for long enough for the spike to go down. And do you really expect Yampi to have this off position? Usually it's defenders in the
Нац
hand, not attackers.
или Ямпи.
Oh, this happens too.
No one's going
Дается собачка.
Prowler. Oh, only now spotting out Yampi. So Koi have got the read at least on one of these players. Nats repositioning into the middle of the site, so at least that info isn't handed
Кама
over.
ретейкает.
Camo is there to lead the charge.
На Ямпи, ну Ямпи промазал. Тут Нацию я не знаю, как
Nats
выиграть.
is trying to
Вам
be
этот
sneaky
киберспорт
as he can.
Минус один.
Big.
Ебать.
Oh my
принес
god,
профит
that's
с
a double.
400 рублей.
And only
Он
one
слышит.
left.
Мне кажется,
This could
вы
be
ему
really a possible
завидуете.
clutch for Nats here, and it'll be the perfect way for Team Liquid to find themselves on the board. But Camo is going to host
Ебать,
the
а Язик.
does get off it as soon as he spots out Nats. That's going to be the round win for Koi, an expensive one, but one that they get nevertheless.
I mean, so costly.
Там сейчас 15
there.
свои
Team
улетят.
Liquid
Да, я
finding
вижу,
so
ребят.
much value.
Cloud9
Yampi
въебали, походу, да,
with
уже?
first
Ча-ча.
blood over towards B main as well, but you can't be surprised because back on Ice
Дается
Third
смачок.
round by, I guess there's a rifle in there.
Мейл.
Not much you would expect. Team Liquid. this is
Просто
the
медленно
time
они
to find
играют
themselves
мидл.
on
На
the
самом
board.
деле они
Camo
очень
is on
сильно
this
по
third
экономике
round.
вдарили
Big
этим
push
раундом.
coming in, but for Koi, I think
Собачка
there's a
от
pretty
Энза.
decent approach. They've got a lot lying in wait. Two different places from which
4
these defenders
типа на
have
миду.
info.
Ставится сразу
From the
стан,
start, it seems that
но
Team
Мистик
Liquid
убивает
are
Камо.
anticipating it, getting a pick in the
Бать.
meantime, and the players that concussed
У Кейка
fall
вообще не
back.
летит
No
в этой
reason
игре.
to peak those moments.
Пока что. Как можно с таким прицелом что-то играть? Это вообще пиздец.
Out of both teams, just a trade throughout mid. Now taking the space back here on the side of Team Liquid. Look at the hop, skip, and a jump here from Koi to regroup over towards B Heaven. But look at this rotation being called now. It's Rubinho
Ульта от Натса.
However,
Вся инфа
information will be
собирается.
given about this anchor with
Зная
that
то, что
neural
один ому
back.
дает ему флешку. Я бы ТП в сайт пытался жать. Ебать, флешка. Всех заблайндил. Что делает Грубинича? ТП нажми, братушка. Или страшно за 100 монет потратить. Натса перестреливает Шейдос.
Does he have time to get the weapon? He does, but it's going to buy some time for Team Liquid to reposition, grouping up their players up into elbow. You can see Yampi is away from this fight, checking if there's any luck in the making out in A main. The stun comes through and Mystic's angle is not checked out, which means Team Liquid can
Хорошая
stay on
флешка,
top.
но
Enzo
Энзо
bullet
помог.
to the head of Shadow, and I believe this has to be it. Shadows, there's no way you have enough time to get 3 players and the defuse Yampi on the sidelines.
Минус
And Team
Shadows,
Liquid
всё.
on the board.
2-2, да?
Decent picks there on the side of Koi at the very least to take
Или
two of
2-1.
those weapons out of the hands of Team Liquid, but nonetheless,
Моменты. Спалил, не спалил, не понял.
just spotted Shados there.
Ох, Кама убивает двоих в стане. Нас разменивает, 3-3 ситуация. Ебать, Грубини жестко пострелял, флешку дает винты. Энзо блайнд. Энзо, Ямпи. 2-3.
Team Liquid have to regroup now. Yampi and Enzo to find themselves back in towards A Heaven. And now you've got Koi, Shadow, and Grabinho rotated over towards screens instead. They put the lurk wall back up over towards that B site.
Team Liquid are definitely looking to head inwards now. And
Ямпи
expect to get- they
идет
know
по
as soon as
КТ.
the spike goes down, they can
Вдвоем
attack
пикнул.
this game. They
Без
both
шансов.
swing out simultaneously. You couldn't have coordinated better. It's a symphony at this point. And Enzo, the captain, left to do it alone a
дается.
moment ago, was shouting
Энзо
out
в
to his
сайте, дается
teammates
ревил.
that they are really
Ломает ревил.
freaking good
Показывай,
for
показывай,
this
Энзо.
one. He's got to do it all by himself.
Раз.
Finds one, 7 seconds, hasn't time to get the spike down, especially with Shadow.
Стань,
Why not
стоит.
see it on split?
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Closer quarters to work with,
History
too.
does tend to repeat itself, though. But the judge
Это Т или КТ
is the
карта?
perfect weapon here for Stark.
КТ.
So all he has to
Раз,
do is wait
два,
and hide and get a double
три,
kill himself.
4.
The stun is good, and the spray
Пять.
from the judge is even better. Stark so putting them in the dirt, and they're looking to have a well-clean round for themselves. Team Liquid not given a chance to react, to play this round for a single second.
They're giving him the ace.
They really want to give him the
He's
ace.
running over right now, sprinting, knife out.
He doesn't have much health on him, and especially passing the toxic screen here, but I think they just want to secure it, not give away
Ямпи,
any more
минус
weapons,
1.
not take any more
Минус
chances.
2.
Yampi fighting damage, but
Ну,
it's only
2
2
килла дал
kills.
в
The
такой
round still
позиции,
goes to
на самом
Koi,
деле.
and they will be increasing that
And
lead.
any sort of execution that Team Liquid
Так,
look
дается
for.
5 смог
It's brilliant.
от Вайпера на мида. Занимают
Liquid, on the
они
other hand,
кампу.
are struggling a little
Ульта.
bit themselves. They do have ultimates, so they're
Бать,
exposed to
никого не
what's
попал.
happening. He's a showstopper straight out of the bat, trying to get all of the
Мистик
picks,
убивает
but
Каму,
no.
Грубини
Straight
разменивает.
moments.
Нац
And
вообще
that's
не
aggressing.
мстит.
Will end up
Грубини
losing his
еще
life.
минус 1 дает.
Gets one for it. It does open
И
time for
залетают
Team
они под
Liquid,
Б.
which reverses towards his left-hand side. And they will be able to freely cross over unless Shadow is able to peek out inside.
Залетает
But
типа
there is a
под
flank
Б.
now in the making.
Грубини.
From the shadows is expected
Ульта
from Grabinho.
залетает,
It's a
сайт.
flank on a flank as Enzo
Куда?
is also in the chase. Viper's Pit
Чё,
important
блядь?
for this hold for Team Liquid, and it might just be exactly what they need to hold
It's
it
all
down.
Unlucky.
timing.
And Yampi's gonna wait here.
Ямпи, 1
Shadows
хп,
here, does he know he did
охереть.
so much damage to Yampi. He swings out himself and catches him by surprise. It's still a 3v2. Team Liquid might have turned
Минус
this whole thing
Ямпи,
around, but
2-2.
Shadow says otherwise.
Пачка
Viper's
под
Pit
всё
no
стоит.
more. They need to read that
Кейка
peek
идет
close by
пикать.
to this area. Shadow's
Минус
trying to
1,
connect it, but
в
King
стане
gets
стоит.
Grabinho instead.
Ну и все,
This
Ликвид,
guy's
скорее всего,
crazy.
забирает это.
And Shadow left alone against 2 former teammates. Both of them have seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Собачка
But now he's
отдается.
gonna do it all
Что делать
against
ему?
them.
6 bullets.
Can he
Никак не
lead from the
выгнать.
front?
2.
And running out of bullets, he cannot do a thing. Team Liquid can crunch on multiple directions on both of these sites. And it's definitely the nice
Кейка
thing about
вливается.
the showstopper
Стан
ball
промахивается.
forwards. There's one on
Всё,
site that he
минус
has
Кама.
spotted, and Camo is deleted.
А вот если Стан попал бы, возможно бы...
Grabinho's
Это было
thinking
бы
of pushing
по-другому.
out of the smoke here, but he needs friends.
Ликвид, походу, третий забирает. Рубини находит в шампе. 10 хп у него. Шейдос побежал. Наца 10 хп. Это бульдог. Был бы ган нормальный у Шейдоса, он бы перестрелял Наца в этой ситуации. Это сейф. Третий раунд для Team Liquid. Тинайт проиграли? Unlucky.
But that's Team Liquid keeping it a close score.
15 к проебал. Ну, бывает. Я не расстроен. Ебать тайминг, чат.
That's awkward.
Как ты и говорил.
Yeah, that's it. That's the round. So that's the third round for Team Liquid. And this game is looking...
Enzo with the Seekers available here. Again, full stack over towards A, but look how aggressive Grabinho's positioned.
You can definitely tell this is an elimination match, and especially with Grabinho hiding out in the tangle. He's going to
Grabinho минус 1.
Not quite the second kill as Enzo is able to
Охуеть.
trade it back up.
Повело, так сказать,
But
парника.
is it good enough? Is it going to delay them enough? Because rotations from Koi have already come in. Yes, a little bit too far behind, and an opening for Team Liquid to move in themselves onto this A site, but they don't know it yet. They're waiting for Nats to push through mid.
I've got your trail.
Ульта.
Seekers to come out as well to find that information.
Nats on the flank. He's famous for this.
Searching for the Heaven player that the Seekers chasing down.
He knows he's now gotten some space to move into.
The thing is, they don't have sight in that spike. Not down. Still lurking towards A main.
Team Liquid, crucially enough, do group up with each other. And they know they've got pressure onto Heaven, and that's exactly where they're looking to push through.
Энзо спрыгивает. Убивает Кама без шансов. Шадоу убивает Ямпи, но этого недостаточно. 2 в 3. 2 игрока Коя под Б. Ставится пачка фуллопом. Это... Что? Идут играть.
Starkso does have his entire kit available here, including the Nightfall. 2v3 is doable. The last flash used up by Enzo here as well.
There.
Money to buy up the next round. Cam spotting out
There.
at least one of these players.
There.
But they need to have some super heroics here. But with the time running out,
There.
I can only imagine this is for them to deny the saves of the guns. Enzo spotted, looking to exit another way, not willing to take the chance of losing
насчет
this
Левиатан
weapon for the
думаешь?
next one. And
Левиатан должен закрыть
with the
Сентинелс.
spike exploding here, we'll be seeing two teams on even sides of the scale. Shadows giving his life to the spike explosion. Even footing on both sides. And a reset for both of these teams.
Ability to
Which is
equal.
why Shadow's looking in this direction.
The thing is, Starkso with his forward positioning, again, he has that Nightfall to work with.
There's a push happening in Garage simultaneously, so who wins out on these fights will be super crucial. There's 40 seconds, so adaptation still in.
Отдается ульта фейды, но это фейк, они не занимают. Но смотрите, Рейзара тетнулась, не, она идет уже обратно. Занимать они будут сплитовать Б. Будут выходить на 3 игроков из Коя. Дается камера, спалил он. Ебать, Шейдоса. Пытается пострелить Нац. Ой, убивает Старкса. Ой, Кейк убивает Старкса, Кама разменивает, Шейдос убивает двоих, Кама убивает Наца. И Кейка один с Сайдиком остается. Что уже делать? Минус 1. Ебать, подвигался. Но Брич убивает его спину.
5-4, Koi with the lead.
And you've got the operator now carried over for free here for Koi, an investment unnecessary. Now that they've been able to just pick up the weapon and toss that over to Starkso this time around.
Спасибо, сегодня первый раз ставил с тобой, проебал все бабки в первый же день. Найс аналитик, охуенный телеграм-канал, так и знал, что не зайдет. На респекте, брат.
The rotation to be called. Camo alone here on site has to find one.
Смотрим. Кама. Раз. Два. Ебать. 3. Охуеть. Это ГГ-щат.
Camo does it all by himself, no matter how many players looking for the ace.
Ямпи,
Stops it from
18
happening.
хп.
Well, with 20 seconds and 2 players to deal with, it's not all over, not quite yet. He's put Team Liquid to
Дает молик КТ,
bed, to
дает
quiet.
Мейк знает то, что Брич. Знаешь, что Брич ставите. Убивает Брича и 1 в 1. А что это 10 хп? Ебать, Ямпи. Прикиньте, вы убиваете 4 под Б и уебываете раунд. Шейдос умирает. Охуеть.
Team Liquid. They cannot afford to lose this round. I mean, come on. They've had a couple of seconds to reset from the previous one, because let's be honest, that was chaotic. And in these chaotic moments, it's anyone's game. So calculated play required for Team Liquid to close this out their way. 2 players stacked up on 2 different locations in mid for Koi, so it's 4 in total, while 1 left to defend this A site. There's not many weapons available for them. Camo's the only one who really could do a lot of damage theoretically with a Vandal.
Дается собака, Старкса.
Justin Pistol is only playing the delay game, and he's trapped in place. Look at Shadow, he's nearby and he's got a stinger, knowing that Mystic is nearby.
Ямпи убивает Старкса. Минус Shadow. Кама, минус 2 дает.
Gets a second himself, and Koi is in play right now. Viper spit towards screens, denying Shados to move in that direction. So Team Liquid could funnel themselves into that
3
position.
в 3.
I mean, they only have 2 avenues now. It's going to be towards main, taking that ramps, and then heaven itself.
Стримы засыпает? Нет, я пытаюсь кэш ставить. Но я не успел это сделать.
Just raining bullets into this Viper spit, but at the same time it reveals your position. You don't know where everybody is. Boom.
Кама дает бумбота. 3 в 3. Рубини, ага. Ебать, а пуль нету. Кейка 1-2.
30 points of health. It's so difficult. One gets to the spike, but they both
Ебать.
have to go for the chase. But because it's a 2 versus 1, the numbers will have it. It's Koi to be the first on 6. The first to at least guarantee a draw at halftime, but I'm damn sure they'll want way more than that from Team Liquid. Not quite aggressing that far. It's garage control that they're looking to exert.
Энзо дает собаку, Кейка сразу ультует, взрывается в сайт. У него... Почему Кейка это не чекает, чат? Дается молик. Минус Энзо. Мистик. Убивает Каму, но ситуация 2. Ебать ульта. Видос убивает типа. Говорит, что ласт винты. Позицию Старкса нечитаемых, кстати, чат. Старкса должен убивать.
Знаем уже, где твоя берлога. Можешь не прятаться. По твоей ставке поставил 300к по приколу проебал. Мулан для меня копейки, для тебя год жизни сочувствия.
Целый год. 5-5 ретейк от Team Liquid. Пиздец. Но будут играть четвером с... Ага, понял. 4 в 5.
Numbers advantage, and having this heaven control is exactly what they want. The spike is planted for it. So all they have to do is play the trading game. All they have to do is wait it all out. Yes, you'll flash it. Yes, you'll delay it. But Team Liquid need a pick, and they need it quick.
Shadow.
Up against it. He knows
Минус Кейка. Ага, понял. Нац убивает его, разбивает спину, и остается Энзо, ребят. Минус 1. Но времени нет. Время 0. Дырявый ставочник? Так это ник, я знаю, это он рофлит, ребят. У него нет 300к, ребят. Типа Альгрубиния. А сколько поставил, скажи, Дэн, чтобы я радовался и не радовался.
But Team Liquid rotating all the way around. They've only got pistols, and again want to deny the Orcs. Koi look to secure this here. There's no way the Team Liquid are going to go for the bounce on the fight. There's not much time remaining on it. They'll try maybe to deny any weapon, any rotation of it, but at least they'll secure them. There's no gun.
Через КТ ретейкают. Ямпи жестко попал. Ой, смотрите, минус 7. Ебать, минус 7. Всех убили, чат. Скажи, что тут сейчас на тап нажму, подожди. Мистик.
show
Понял.
that he's aggressed even further. And that's a free rifle for
Yeah,
this
see it.
Koi side.
4 в
Oh
5.
dear, and it's in the wrong hands, isn't it? You don't want Camo if you're Team Liquid to holding that big gun.
Starkso gets the Nightfall off the back of this plant.
And with that, they might be able to hold off the post plant. This is a real situation.
И
that Team
ульта
Liquid need to be
залетает,
handling.
хаешка
And off of the back of the
под
Nightfall,
КТ.
Paranoia thrown in, so no aggression is for after.
И что мы делаем? Мы сейвим
Just a
это?
matter of
Надо
buying
играть
time
как-то.
at this point.
Ямпи,
Team
я
Liquid,
смотрю,
they've
просто
got
мидл
two
смотрит.
positions they are working off of. They've got Heaven and they've got CT. And they're thinking of it.
Ямпи,
But it looks like they're backing
это
away.
фейк, это
No way they give it up so
понял.
easily. They say
Это
it's a
сейфчик.
4 versus 5 and just say no, we're giving it to
Those
Koi.
close quarters, and they would rather
Ребят,
take
Liquid
all of these weapons
в аэропорт
back
хотят
into the next
поехать,
round,
полететь
force
домой.
Koi to stay on these stingers going into the next instead of being able to collect more value.
All players now in a state
Выиграют опять.
for the Team Liquid side on this defense. But Koi have got themselves an extra upgrade
Ебать.
and they're heading directly to this B
Как же
side
Liquid'ам
without
похуй,
thinking
чат.
about it for a second.
Опять Берри тейк.
I mean, full sight for the taking here for Koi. Team Liquid more than happy to play that retake.
Заделейли
Trying to
плент.
deny this plan does do quite a bit of damage over towards Starkso for it.
Cameras find himself
Мистика
a corner he
Judge.
can work with. He's actually looking to aggress, but this Trailblazer is
Кама.
going to be an issue. Dark cover thrown out after him, and the
Ебать.
Prowler as
Отдает
well
хае
to assist
КТ.
in the Amata. The Paranoia is going to make
Выходит
it too
Кейка с
difficult
Хевена.
for Camo to re-aggress, so he's going to
Ямпи
have
уже
to
под
hold it out
девяткой,
in the
5-5
end.
ситуация.
Team Liquid looking to
Минус
move
Ка-
it. They
минус
know where
Реза.
Camo is, so it's the first isolated
Мистик
kill. They're
убивает
gonna
Шадова.
raise on the
3-5.
smokes. Team Liquid can't go back in this one. They need to go for the fight. Starkso looking
Просто
to find damage for
просто
Koi, but
Judge соло,
nothing is
чат.
being collected from this attacking
Да,
side.
Liquid
Ravino
забирает шестой раунд.
smashed upon, and Team Liquid succeed with a flawless
Главное не
retake.
расстраиваться, братан.
Oh dear me, I don't think Shadows knows there's so many people here.
Shadows умирает.
Gets caught off guard. Team Liquid get themselves a first pick, the advantage, they drop back.
Look how deep of a trip Nats
И
gets
ульта от
off of
Натса.
that as well. It's
Всё,
such
вся
an
инфа есть,
early
ротейт.
signal of Koi rotate back towards A.
Прилетает флешка,
Little
Кейка
theft as well,
фулблайнд
gives them a clear picture of what this attack is looking like right
Рафтерсе.
now. Paranoia
Собачка
sent right
дается,
in the
хае
direction.
тайминговый дается на
Potentials
Хевен.
are looking to
ТП.
do a world of it.
Ага, понял.
Bingo!
Ебать.
Paranoia TP into your opponent's face, and that's one way to put
Но
Koi
здесь
right back into the
Liquid.
fight, but Team Liquid
Ебать,
are
Liquid без
having
шансов.
none of
10-7.
it. Everyone looking to defend this beast.
Но он убивает.
Timing swings out, gets the kill nevertheless. But he has to drop back and respect it.
Ебать,
Camo
Кама
might
почти
be in
умер.
trouble. 10 points of health, but
Охуеть, а чё
aggressive.
Liquid-
He's quick
а Koi
enough to the
всё, да?
trigger. Team
Наигрались.
Liquid. I think they put Koi in a really rough spot here. They've made them shake a few times, and it's being punished.
Just live. He can hear Yampy. Oh, big pick coming out from Starkso. Now backing off to
Right
regroup
there.
with the team, but they're going into the traps of Nats.
ТП БМ на инфу. Cancel
Just
нажимает
checking out if
Мистик.
Garage is clear. Gives the all clear.
I mean, gives a lot of information there
Yeah.
too.
На самом деле у Кейка есть ульта на ретейк.
Starkso leaning towards that B site, and there's two players
Да,
waiting.
Кой
To be
очень
fair,
сложный
Koi,
раунд.
one pick, and they've
Shadows.
disbalanced this round completely.
Перетрапать. Ну надо ломать уже.
Especially if Stark's got this all covered. He's figured out
Ебать,
two players
Старкса
are
двоих
after him.
закоцал,
So what
дает.
is the plan really here? Kiko
Shadow
on the
умирает.
back line, ready as ever.
А чё бы ты делаешь на
Starkso
Мистике?
needs a
Ебанешься
pick,
вообще.
20 seconds though. He doesn't have much time, and Shadows is finding himself
The
another
pinch.
angle. Enzo
Энзо
looking
чё
to
делает?
hide, looking to run. Can't readjust in time, and we're back to square footing
Энзо
for both
реально
sides. 2 versus 2,
мозг
and it's anyone's round for the
команды
taking.
Liquid.
Kiko though throws down a showstopper. Will he be able to get a pick here, or is he going to wait for his team? I think he just stopped himself from getting overzealous here.
Минус ульта от Кейка.
And
Дается
for good
камера.
reason. Now
Никого
grouped
она
up
не
with Nats,
зачекала.
though. These are the two players from Team Liquid you want on the clutch. But it's also the
Дается
two world
хаешка
champions on
дефолт.
the other side.
Киджа.
Oh, goodness me, this is pressure.
Ебать, Натс просто убивает Шейдоса. Еще Старкса прострели, и
Do you
я в
expect
охуе.
him as well to be behind the box? Does Nats go for another pre-fire? A spray? Starkso all the way around 8 bullets. That's 2 bullets expended and a kill collected. Knowing where one is, but runs out of bullets.
А это
Nats
я
got a
сейчас.
bullet between the eyes of Starkso.
Хаешка залетает с реведочем. Чел. Трипвайре. А хаешку-то дать на трапу. Можно было, наверное.
And just get traded out. Team Liquid are comfortable on this defense. And Koi are going in for round 2.
I mean, Nats Trips did so much work there. Nats himself, and
Без
now
шансов.
Enzo to clean things up. A 3K coming out from Team Liquid.
13-10
to come out from
от
the
Liquid.
squad. Now one round to divide these teams.
Yeah, the timing on that swing was perfect.
Okay. watched the replay coming in, man. The fact that Nats just sticks around holding that elbow
Энза
angle,
просто троих убил.
despite all of the utility that was used in an attempt to break out towards site.
But for now, Koi themselves look to go for another fight onto this A site. It's looking very familiar to the previous one, but this time no one is caught off
происходит?
by a trip or a calm either.
Ебать.
Yampi tried to aggress off
Я
of it.
фул.
Nats going in for more.
На нахуй.
Paranoia is insane by Grubinho.
Нац
He's able to
убивает,
follow it up with a
ультует.
kill as
3 в
well.
3.
It's a 3 versus 3. And honestly, Nats needs to do it from this
Да ну
backside. Mystic closing in on them. They collapse on Koi. They dismantle.
Короче, Кой решили добекать.
They level the playing field.
Это добег как будто бы, не?
10 to 10. The comeback
Всё, это
hasn't
будет
even
у
been
нас...
broken yet, and we're at 15 seconds, and Koi haven't
Сломали
found
трапу,
themselves
идут
on
на
site.
Энза.
Enzo's there to interrupt them.
Что ты
All he has
делаешь?
to do is kill the Panther.
Пачка
Onto the side
ставится.
they go. Camo on the case to
Нац
try and
умирает.
plant it. 7 seconds. Starkso back end
Ебать,
granted.
4 в 4.
Mystic into his
Энза
face,
вообще
but
ничего
the
не
spike
сделал.
has gone down
Ладно,
into
он
the
всё
ground.
сделал, он убил
Enzo
Камо.
comfortable to hold
Мистик
it.
умирает.
Shadows putting his team back on top. Koi somehow have got the numbers.
Бля, чё Энза сделал в сайте? Это пизда вообще.
Team Liquid looking to close up the ground. Shadow up close and personal. Make sure that Enzo is no more.
Минус Энза.
And Kiko, I'm afraid, might not be able to keep the streak going for Team Liquid. He's only got an operator. 3 players, different angles. Definitely not the weapon for it.
The thing is, Koi's bank is running low. He's trying to find at least another pick.
Will he be able to find it, Koi? Superb take. They needed this. They needed to interrupt the streak for a long time now. This pit there, it'll be hard to take.
Что значит Вамос? Это Вамос, твою мамос.
And Koi proceed with the push, but there's a lot of
Смотрите,
defenders here for
здесь
Team
уже 3
Liquid. There is
игрока.
an Omen, there's a Cypher, but
Ульта
the Rolling
залетает.
Thunder will try and take care of him. Kamo gets caught on it. That's not what he needed. He needed to aggress off the back of it, so it allows Team Liquid to rotate it by so much time. Look at Team Liquid. They're not going to let
Ебать,
them block.
Liquid.
They're not going to let them gain
Шейдос
side
убивает
control.
Кой,
But
двоих
Koi don't
убивает
care.
Мистик
They want
с
to take it
смоку.
themselves, no matter what.
Ебать, Старс
No one
убивает
can
Ямпи.
tell them what to do. Mystic in the smoke has to do it all by himself. Really?
Кейка промахивается. Ебать, Кейка убивает, Мистик разменивает, Кейка 1 в 1. ТП на... Ебать, валидол, блядь. Пачка ставится. Грубини или Кейка? Груба или Кака? Бот на Велба дает. Отходит Грубини заранее. Знает то, что чел на Хевене. Кейка. Идет рампу. Это минус 10 секунд, чат. А он идет КТ. Ебанешься, блядь. Чё по деньгам? У Кейка авик. Если они опять заводят, если они опять выйдут не на Кейка, это ГГ, чат. Смотрим. Если они опять угадают, Кейка отходит. Не, он будет репикать. Смотрим. Бать. Ямпи боится, не хочет ошибаться в важном раунде. Отходит, 5-5. Кейка пошла распикивать. И смотрите, Кейка отставили на А и ротейтится на Б. Хороший плей от Liquid. Четвером будут стаковать. Нет, решили нас оставить винты смотреть. Ну, мне не нравится состав Мистик, Энза и Вайпер в Ямпе. Они могут проебаться чуть-чуть. Дается собака, у него спектр, дается станчик на Элбо, флешка дается, Камо выходит, фулблайнд остается, Мистик по 9. Ебать, просто... Блять, у меня микрофон упал. Ямпи отошел, 4 в 4 ситуация. Флешка от Энза залетает. Ебать, Энза в соло. Но его разменяли, и ситуация 2 в 4. Ебать, это 13-10.
But all they have to do is cross that finish line.
Хаешка дается Грубине. Покоцали его чуть-чуть. Нац с камерой. Зачекал кого-то? Да, зачекал Шейдоса. Но Шейдоса не попал. Кейка меняет вандал. Его пикают. Его убивает и Нац. 1 в 3. Ебать. Я камбэкнул тоже. Слышь, Денчик? Я тоже камбэкнул. Деньги. На который на Cloud9 проебал. Найс.
Extra. These shit is hard.